a recitation of 558 digits of the infinite number pi by memory. But before I do that, sometimes I like to say a few words before starting. And the purpose for me doing this recitation of digits of pi by memory, and gematria is the practice of assigning numerical values to letters and words, and that's really what this is all about. My study of pi and breaking it up into a certain way and certain rules for using it is called the infinity pi gematria matrix. And what it is, it's a breakdown of the number pi into rows of 30 digits, and there are 3-digit pieces. I call them words, like 314 is the first word, 159 is the second word, etc. It's not limited to 3-digit pieces, it could be 4-digit as well. But the main work is with 3-digit numbers. And there's plenty of them to go around, infinity of them. It could be infinity of 4-digit numbers too. So that's really what this is all about. And I'm beginning to notice that while pi is a so-called random number, there are things in it that you can see, that can be observed, that are very, very interesting and seem to be not a coincidence, not by chance. There seems to be some intelligent design behind it. For example, the 360-digit 3 digits of pi that make up 360 like 358, 359, 60 are the digits 360. And 360 can bring to mind the degrees in a circle, and pi is about a circle. So that's very interesting. I mean, you could say that's just by chance, but it gets even more interesting when some people count pi from the 3, meaning 3 is the first digit, and then 1 is the second. Some count it after the decimal point, that 1 is the first and then 4 is the second. So what's interesting is that any way you count it, whether you count it from 3, the 300, like 350, 358, 359, and 360 is going to be 036. But if you count it from the 1, it's going to be 360. So that's absolutely fascinating. I mean, you could say it's a coincidence, but that's just one of many. I can say many more. So when I see things like that, I start to see there's something to this number that's more than meets the eye. And so that being said, I found a certain technique in memorizing it, that these numbers, they're kind of like, I'm just comparing it to, let's say, the table of elements. Let's say you take a certain amount of digits that are your building blocks, your elements. For me, it's the first 300. The first 300 digits of pi are like the periodic table of elements. They are non-negotiable, basic units of faith. I guess I'm saying faith, but they're basically, they're laws. They're there because they're there because they're there. 314, 159, 265 comes after that, 358 comes after that, and those are non-negotiables. They're there because they're there. They don't need a reason. And once they're established like building blocks, then you have something to rely upon, that I say, okay, what's the fourth word of pi? I call them words, but a word is a 3-digit number. What's the fourth word of pi? 358. I just know it. It's at D1 because it's there, because it is. And anything that equals 358 is going to, what I call magnetize, will gravitate to that. So today, hopefully, with God's help, I will be able to do 558 digits of pi, and 558 is very appropriate for this week because it's the numerical value of Yaakov in Hebrew plus Esav. Yaakov is 182, and Esav, which is Esau, and Jacob and Esau. Yaakov and Esav is equal to 558, and that has many implications. It equals the words Ufnehem Ish El Achiv. I heard that from Ariel Conaloro, a gematria expert living here in Jerusalem as well. Okay, 550 digits of pi. This week is Toldot. It connects to 558, and 558 is one of the elementals as well. It happens to be, it's not in the first 300, but it's, the elementals can grow. It first starts at 300, but it's actually at F11, so it's in the first 330, it's the first 300, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 318 digits of pi. It's 558, but the actual 558th digits will be 370. Okay. With that, that's a pretty long introduction, but I don't know if you made it this far, but if you did, here it goes. I kind of sing it. That's kind of like how I help myself remember. I sing the pi. It's like a song. 314. Oh, by the way, I start counting from 3. Remember how I was mentioning some people start from 3, some people start from 1. I start from 3. And I've seen people that have calculators online, they start from 3 also. There's a couple of websites when they do pi search. You can find any number in pi. Two websites start from, I've seen 2 and 2. 2 start with 3 and 2 start with 1. So anyway, just for me, my inclination, my inner leaning, or it just feels more right to start with 3 as the first one. So here we go. 314 159 265 358 979 323 846 264 338 327 950 288 419 716 939 937 510 582 097 494 459 230 781 640 628 620 899 862 803 482 534 211 706 798 214 808 651 328 230 664 709 384 460 955 058 223 172 535 940 812 848 111 745 028 410 270 193 852 110 555 964 462 294 895 493 038 196 442 881 097 566 593 344 612 847 564 823 378 678 316 527 120 190 914 564 856 692 346 034 861 045 432 664 821 33936072267. 3704587006606315558. 81748815292. 09628292540091330530530548820466520 046652138414695 19415160943305736 575959195 309218 611 738193261 179310 511 854 807 46446 237 996 274 956 735 188 575 272 489 122 793 818 301 194 912 983 367 336 244 065 664 308 602 139 494 639 522 473 719 070 217 986. Zero nine four 370. Okay, I took a little leniency here because after 807 I said 466, but I corrected myself 446. So I'm letting those things go, just because, if you go that far, then we have to start over again. So basically, I'm just making a note that I knew what it was. I corrected myself right away, but I'm guessing that if there were championships, you can't even say the wrong. Even if you correct yourself, I think you're still probably out. But let's just make a note here at line 16, which is 807, and then 446. I said 466, and I said 446. But I knew it was 446. I just slip of the tongue. I was looking in my mind when I look at the digits, I say a different thing. But that's the exercise of this thing. That's the whole. It's accuracy. You have to be exactly right. So let's see here: 300, 330, 360, 390, 420, 450, 453. So at 454, 455, and 456. At those digits, I goofed up a little bit, but I corrected myself. Wait, I'm letting those go for now.